I discovered something about myself the last 30 years, that my passion is to help people to work together to produce the results they want. And which way can I help them? Giving them the answer, maybe, but they must want the result. Then they'll put their best into it. So processes of people learning with each other what the others want, and then together finding the agreement of what we together will do, processes to do that, and then how to work together and to be sure that no one gets killed in the implementation process, since we're going to take the journey together. Now, in a way, I could say this is what strategy and implementation is in the corporate sector all about. And people talk about supply chain relationships, carry your customers along, carry your employees along, carry your suppliers along, and of course your investors along. So the four clearly defined stakeholders for corporate strategy, and they speak like the investors in very clear voices, and even your suppliers, what's the price you're going to pay me, when do I want to deliver. So to arrive at an agreement, a contract between these stakeholders is relatively easy compared to the fuzzy world of real life and politics, where people have a variety of needs, and some of them are so qualitative that I just want that our society is a fair society. Now, what do you mean by fair? I'm getting impatient with the way you're doing things. What am I doing which is annoying you? So this public conversation, to do it effectively so that the public can discover the purpose for which they need a policy, and then, as I said, the implementation of that policy, in which there will be roles for maybe the public itself also. So I do find at this level, when you talk about corporate strategy and corporate implementation, in the public side, it's similar functions to be performed, but recognizing always that there are different contexts. You can't transplant a corporate strategy process and say, you are now the CEO, just like as a CEO you had an office of young bright guys, and now you're going to tell the chief ministers in this country what to do. I mean, they're elected by their own constituencies, and they may not take the instruction in that fashion, or they may not have the sort of capability that you will install in the divisions of your corporation, think the same way, management school and so on. So you've got to deal with a situation in which you can help others to learn to do things which they and their public wishes to get done. I can see two things for yourself. One is events. You want to make yourself visible so that people know you're here, and when you then go to find resources, either financial support resources or hiring, you are seen because you had an event. But the more important thing, I think, for me was that we were exploring the subject itself. So by bringing people together who have different perspectives, like I had my own and the other four panelists had very sharp perspectives, good perspectives, and questions were coming out of this. And those questions could be an agenda for your school.